How are you all doing today? Becca's cold. She's cold.
But not mad about it.
But not mad about it. We say that all the time. We're cold, but we're not mad about it because we'd much rather be cold than hot, her and I both.
Yes.
So, while other people would much rather boil,
we'd rather freeze.
Have fun. I would rather freeze my butt off. First of all, guys, I've loved the conversation with you guys before the live stream. I see you all just kind of talking to each other, giving one of our brand spanking newbies, Miss Quilter 1643. It is her first time here. Welcome. She's wondering about a Cricut, and I have to let you know, if you're a quilter and you wanted to use a machine to cut some fabric and things like that, you might want a Cricut Maker. However, a basic machine that does things really, really well is a Cricut Air 2. We've had our Air 2 on the table here for probably a solid month now on all of our videos, both pre-recorded and live, because we love it. It can cut over 100 different materials. It's a great machine, but if you're wanting to take another step up and cut things like basswood, balsa wood, some thicker felts and leathers and fabric, if you're a quilter, you might want the Maker, but what a great question. So continue asking amazing questions. I love seeing all of this conversation. Yeah, Miss Becca is dropping you some links as well.
Yes, I just dropped a link which gives a pretty good comparison between the Air 2 Maker and Joy.
I love that video.
Yeah, so check that out after the live for sure.
Yeah, don't miss this fun
information on it. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I hope you're having a great, I want to say Monday because my lives are usually on Mondays, but it's actually Thursday. So happy Thursday, everybody. Tomorrow is, as Tanner would say, Friday. And we hope that you all have had a great week if you are at work, or if you do have one more day of work tomorrow. I hope that you finish off your work week strong. We're going to be creating a super, super cute shadow box today. I'm actually really excited about it because we're going to be etching it. Now, a lot of times with our etching projects, they have been a lot different. They have been able to go under the sink, if I'm just going to be completely clear with you all. The reason why you can't do that with this one is we have wood. We have things inside the box. So we're going to have to do this very strategically in a way that we do not have to run this under water to rinse off that etching cream. So we're going to be using a lot of rubbing alcohol, a lot of paper towels in this video today. We're actually using, we love Starcraft, but it is technically marketed as a permanent adhesive. You guys know, us at Makers and Learn believe there's no such thing as permanent adhesive, but there is such a thing as vinyls that are stickier than others. And the one that we're going to be using today is actually Orcal 631. And the reason why we're using that today is because it's formulated to be a little bit less sticky than Orcal 651, than Starcraft permanent adhesive, and probably a lot of other ones. So we had a couple sheets laying around. I do want to say, feel free to use any kind of vinyl on this. It will all work. We just wanted this to peel up for us today a little bit easier, so we're using that. Yeah, so we're going to be using that. Let me see if there's any more questions before I keep going with my supplies. Becca, have I missed anything?
Lots of stuff. Yeah, I think I've covered most of it.
That's awesome.
We have lots of first timers here, so excited to have them with us. So that's very exciting. We've had some questions about print and cut size, which I did answer. And then we're still talking about Air 2 versus Maker. So I'm loving these conversations. This is so much fun. So many friends that I love to see on here. Welcome, everyone. So glad you're here with us again today.
Thank you for being here and for crafting with us. We're going to have a super fun project today as I've been going through these supplies. One thing I will mention about the vinyl is that it doesn't matter what color it is. We are using this yellow vinyl today, and it's okay because this is just going to be a stencil for us. So I'm going to continue along with my supplies. They're all linked below, borrowing just a couple that I couldn't find because Hobby Lobby's website is crazy. But we have our vinyl. We have some pattern paper. And guys, this is actually like a galaxy pattern. Can you see
love
that
paper, yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's a galaxy. There's like little flecks that are stars and things. However, on this scale of the project that we're using and the project we're doing, it looks perfectly like a night sky filled with snow. So we went with this pattern paper, again, from Hobby Lobby in that pattern paper aisle. Try and get it on sale for $4 if you want to. That's a super great deal. So to go along with that, you can use your maker to cut it, and that's totally fine if you want to use your Cricut. But we just have a what do you call it? What is this?
Paper cutter?
A paper trimmer. We have a paper trimmer. Words have left my brain today.
Is it that weird Memory Keeper one that I love? Is that the brand of the one that's in there?
I don't know.
The one that has the scoring lines on it?
Yes, I think so.
I love that thing. Have you used it? Yes.
I don't
like it because it clips
crafts
down.
like you do a lot.
That's true. That's true.
But
Rachel, again, we have so many first-time people here.
Really?
This is amazing. Like,
guys,
literally so many.
Are you all just drawn to shadow boxes? Or
They're loving it. No, they're excited about the shadow box. And maybe they love seeing your face.
Oh, it's me. You guys.
Look at Rachel's hair. She just got it done. Is it not beautiful?
I did. I hate the way it's styled, but
the
I got
color's
my
on
roots
point.
done.
Yeah.
The color's great. My girl Beth Goodman, she does great. But it's been so rainy, and she washed my hair last night when she colored it, so I thought I won't wash it this morning, so I just threw it up half up. But anyways, thank you all for being excited about this. I'm excited too. I love the shadow box, and guys, it's easy. It's such an easy craft.
Sometimes we need easy wins, though, right?
We do. This is going to be an easy win. I know the table looks a little bit intimidating. I don't want it to intimidate you. It's really a fun, super simple craft. We are going to have to do it in a weird order. After I say the supplies, we're actually going to go ahead to the overhead camera, and I'm going to weed, apply, and put our etching cream on there because etching cream has to set for like 20 to 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get that out of the way as I show you in Design Space how we made our stencil and all that good stuff. So bear with me. That is the only downside to etching projects live, but if you're okay with that and you can follow along, feel free to ask any questions. Then we're going to have us a really cute, super successful little shadow box that I can't wait to share with you all.
Rachel, Miss Carol said first timers equal new best friends, and that's so true. Guys, here at Maker's Gonna Learn, we like pride ourselves on having the best crafting community ever. So when we say that you guys are going to be our new best friends, we literally mean that. Like, we love you guys. We love to chat with you all. We love
to help you.
Yes.
We love to lift you guys up and make you confident, and that's what we're here to do.
So we're super excited. So I cannot get over how many newbies we have here. 185 already right now.
We're watching Hi, guys.
Yeah, amazing.
Miss Quilter 1643, how often do you have these live chats? Great question. So we have these actually, you will be able to see a new video from us every single day. So Monday to Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, either myself, Becca, or Tanner will be here having a live stream to craft it up with you all. And then on Saturday and Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, you will have a nice, super polished, pre-recorded video to be able to enjoy. You guys are amazing. I can't believe this. So I'm glad that we have so many people joining. I will try to make sure I'm doing things in a strategic way to where we can answer all of your questions. Becca has highlighted one for me. Here we go. On Cricut Design Space, it shows images you can buy, prices, but some images show purchased, but I haven't purchased any. Am I being charged for them? Thanks. So this is a great question. So sometimes, and Becca might have a different answer for this as well, because that is called Cricut Access. So whenever you get your Cricut, really you get a year of Cricut Access for free. Everybody gets it. It's just kind of like a little promo that Cricut does for you guys. And a lot of times you get free images and free cut files and, you know, maybe some fonts free. I'm not really sure. I never use it. But a lot of times it will show purchased on things that Cricut has given you for free for this first year. It's not necessarily that you're being charged for it in any way, unless you go through the motions to like click, I want this, buy, purchase, confirm. I mean, you'll have to jump through some hoops and, you know, enter in your card information, all kinds of stuff. So think of it that way. Unless they have a way to charge your account or your bank account, they're not taking money from you. Do not worry about it. But great question. Becca, did you have anything to add?
No, I think you covered it pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. So continue to ask your questions, guys. You guys are awesome.
Can I ask why there is such a delay on the post on Facebook? Mary, are you asking why when you post there's a delay before it is posted? If so, we recently had an issue with a member, and I don't exactly know what it was because I was camping or doing something that weekend, and now we have to approve posts that are being put in the Facebook group. So so that may be a little bit of why the delay is.
It didn't used to be that way.
Correct.
You know, it's... You know how
we do that for a couple of reasons. One, because we don't want any negativity. And two, we just want to make sure that it stays crafting related.
Absolutely.
And so for the most part, you guys are absolutely amazing with that. And I honestly foresee that approval being taken away in the near future, just because you guys generally are so good about sticking to crafting and being super positive, and we love that. So hopefully that answers your question.
And we try and approve those as quickly as possible too. We're sorry if it takes a little while. All your comments are amazing. Jill Jackson, are you sure it's for a year? I think it's only for a month. You might be right. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know.
I don't use Cricut Access, so we don't really know. Tanner would know, and I feel terrible because you'd think me teaching how to use the machine, I'd know a little bit about the machine's, software and their membership, but I don't. Okay, so along with the supplies, I forget where I left off, but we have our faux snow here. Now there's like big flecks of faux snow and little bitty bits of faux snow. There's like different textures.
So many different, I had no idea.
So I prefer the little bitty pieces that are fluffy. So that's what I prefer.
The little pellets.
Becca likes the little pellets, yes. So, I mean, to each their own. Get whatever you want. We have some of these little trees here. As you can see, we've made some crafts with a couple of them. This pack from Hobby Lobby is super cheap. Get it 40% off while it's on sale for Christmas. We have our ATG gun. We'll be using that with our pattern paper. We have, of course, our Etch-All etching cream. A couple of pairs of gloves here. We have some popsicle sticks or craft sticks. Some people give me heck for calling them popsicle sticks, but that's what they are. Craft sticks, whatever.
My mom would call them a tongue depressor. Depressor.
Really?
I've said it wrong.
Depressor, I think.
Because that's back when when somebody would have a seizure that you would do that. Yeah. That's not common now. Yeah.
No, it's not. Well, get you some wooden sticks here.
Yes.
There we go. Covered all the bases. We have some masking paper transfer tape, just a little bit of this. A lot of alcohol and paper towels, like I mentioned. We have kind of the shining star of today is this pretty deep shadow box from Hobby Lobby. Please get these 40% off because this is $30 not on sale. Pretty sure I got to snag these for half off, which is great. So this is the extra deep one. So this is 8 by 10, but it's deeper than the ones that we've used in the past because we want to be able to fit some trees in here. So make sure you can find these. If you can't find them, Becca actually found some really cute shorter shadow boxes in like the unfinished wood section that you could take and paint yourself if you wanted to. So we're going to be using that today. And I think... keyword think that is it. I think that's it on supplies. Again, it's not a hard craft. It's just a little bit time consuming. The hardest part is just waiting on the etching cream to dry. And when you're an impatient crafter like I am, sometimes that can be a little bit difficult. But other than that, guys, ask all the questions that you have. I have pre-cut today's project as I try and do most times because your all's time is valuable. So I'm going to be showing how to weed that. We're going to go ahead and apply it onto our shadow box, and then we're going to apply our Etch-All because, again, it does have to take several minutes to cure. And then don't feel like you're missing anything. Then we'll jump into Design Space and share with you the cut file we're using and how we got to this part. So if you guys are ready, if you're here for this, we'll go ahead and switch the camera around so that you guys can be able to see me weed and cut this out and everything, and then we'll move on.
Really quickly, I'm dropping a link to the ATG gun. We have a couple of people who are asking about it.
Sure.
So I'm just going to drop it for everyone. Let me do that. It's a fantastic, for those of you who don't know, it stands for Advanced Tape Glider. It is a double-sided adhesive, great for paper crafting. We have some videos on how to change those rolls out if you have one and are curious about that. But I can't, it's a must.
It is.
It is a must. I like to use hot glue with paper crafting too, but I do still have an ATG gun in my personal craft room at home. So FYI, it's a good one.
So guys, I have trimmed off the excess vinyl from this guy, and then I'm using my burnishing tool to burnish all this down. Now, because this is a stencil, I don't want anybody to get super confused. We actually need the inside of these letters gone. So it's kind of like you're not reverse weeding, but you're weeding the opposite thing that you think you would be weeding. You think you're going to start in the corner and peel it on up and reveal the letters. You want to do the opposite. So I'm going to go in here with my tool. And guys, ask me any questions you have on anything I'm doing, especially with all the amazing newbies we have here. I want to make sure I'm being super clear on everything.
Miss Debbie asked a great question, and I love this. She said, does the master framing class teach how to make shadow boxes? It does not. So we have two frame classes. One is for a mitered frame, and the other, what's the name of the other?
Non-mitered.
Non-mitered frame.
Unmitered. Yeah.
But we honestly... Seriously, Rachel and I were talking yesterday morning about a new frame class that we could offer, and I love the idea of making a shadow box.
I do too. That's a really,
I've
really
written
great
that
idea.
down, Debbie. I wrote it down so we can discuss this later.
You know, if we wrote it down, it's serious.
Yes, absolutely.
And guys, be mindful about things like this. The insides of these little letters like to pop up on you, so be careful about that. But burnishing with that tool really does help. And after I weed this, guys, I will show you the finished product because sometimes it's hard to see with it being etched and things like that. So I will show you guys that because it's so stinking cute. Miss Becca did an excellent job photographing it though, because if you have any photography knowledge at all, which I don't have a ton, but I know that anything with glass is hard to photograph simply because of all of the glare that you get. So Becca did a fantastic job. And look how cute this cut file is, guys. Is this not just the cutest? So here is our finished.
You lost the inside of the L? Yeah, up at the top.
Oh, up at the top? Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, let's see.
Let's see if I can be Tanner Bell.
Do you have Tanner's skills?
Let me see.
Wait, okay. Is that it on the floor? Right. Oh, it's on your sock?
Is it on my sock? Is it on my sock? Is it?
No, your right foot?
No.
Something was on the floor.
Something was on the floor?
Yeah.
I mean, I see something on my sock, but I don't think that was it.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you could use it.
Let's see here. Let's see here. See, things like that, guys, you got to make sure you're catching them like I was not. Too busy chit-chatting. Huh, what could I use? I need to use something. Okay. Let me look. Aha! Here it is. Call me Tanner Bell. Okay.
Look at you, Rachel.
Woohoo! Okay.
Salma says, Rachel, where is your accent from? I really like it.
Who said that? Oh,
Salma.
Goodness. East Tennessee. Right here. Born and raised, never been anywhere, really.
The foothills of East Tennessee.
But thank you so much. My accent is quite unique, apparently. Okay. So this is done. Guys, thank you so much for helping me and encouraging me to find the inside of that L. You guys are the bomb.
I can't believe you found it that quick. I would still be looking.
To be honest, Becca, I was starting to sweat a little bit. I was getting real nervous.
I'll have the hand cut one.
I'm like, I'm just going to have to wing it. I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, all the internal things that you think. And leave it to me, guys, to cut this just so that this fits pretty perfectly on here. So right here, look at that. Perfect. And it's a little longer than I wanted it, so I'm going to trim it. I want to be able to see that yellow. It's going to help us in the end be able to position this a little bit easier. I'm going to just trim this off a little bit. Can't really see it that good. That's okay. There we go. Now I'm going to burnish. So taking our tool again here, scraping from the middle out. And now to remove this from our mat, I'm actually going to flip the whole entire mat over. Just like that. And then burnish from the back. And there you go. Now this is ready, prepped, ready to go. Now we need to prep our shadow box. And I want to show you all the finished one too. So here's the finished one. Look at that glare, guys.
Look at our camera, our setup there. You can see everything.
We're transparent today, but I have the snow in the bottom here. Now listen, this is also a choice you guys can make if you want the snow to be stuck down or loose. I prefer loose snow, but you can get some hot glue in there and make sure it stays down. But if I shake it, you see the snow will fall to the back. I just kind of like the look of being able to like push it up on the glass like that. But here is the finished one. You can see the Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And guys, in person, it shows up a whole lot. Like, it really does. The camera does not do something like this justice, in my opinion. So that is what we're going for today. We're going to be prepping this shadow box. Let me get the camera a little bit wider for us. And the first thing that I'm going to do is grab a paper towel, and I'm just going to do a general wipe of this. I can see with my eyes all this dust on here, and I just wanted to get some of that off. And if you get a couple of these that fall off, that's fine. This is already rustic. You can just pull those off and it's totally fine. Don't even worry. Now we're going to get another paper towel. Don't forget, guys, to have your rubbing alcohol ready. This is a cute little pump bottle that we got from the Dollar Tree. It's for nail polish remover, but we've used this for years for our alcohol. We have like 2 or 3 in every room, and you're going to wipe this. And just for any of the newbies that are watching that are wondering why we're doing this step, you want your vinyl to stick well, and alcohol removes all of the dirt, dust, debris, oil from your fingertips, all that good stuff that could have accumulated over time. Now, what we're going to do as well is flip it over, and there's a little lip on this, so we're not going to ruin all of the work we just did by flipping it over, so don't worry about that. And we're going to get a weeding tool. I know it's a weeding tool, guys. I'm sorry, don't come for me. And I'm going to flip all these little tabs up and remove this back so that we can go ahead and cut our paper to size and apply it to the back. That way when it's done etching, we can just put this together and have it look beautiful and effortless. So I'm going to take the back off. Guys, how's your day been going? I told Becca right before the live, it's been so rainy and gross, but then the sun popped out and I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. So back's off. I'm going to push these in a little bit because they are poking out from the top, and when I flip it over, it'll make it set weird on the table. Now flip it back over and you can see how good this looks. I can see a couple little smudges that I'm going to take care of, and then we're done. Now we're going to be applying this onto here. Now this is going to be tricky. I'm going to need all your all's help along with Becca's to be able to place this. You know that placing vinyl onto something like this, you get one chance. It will stick perfectly, so there is no redoing this. You would have to take it all off and recut it and everything. So not to stress you out or scare you, but it is a little bit nerve-wracking. We totally understand. And guys, if you love this cut file and you think this is a super cute file that you want to use, we actually have over 4,000 other cut files like this. We have over 500-600 just for the holiday season at Maker's Gonna Learn. And the membership is still on sale, guys. It's incredible. So if you guys want access to all these cut files, all the fonts, amazing printable guides, and that member-only Facebook group that we are raving about, click the link that Becca has dropped, I'm sure, a ton in the comments.
I've actually only dropped it once. I've been so busy with our friends.
That's okay.
I should drop it again.
That's okay. It's a good time to talk about it. So there's just so much in the membership. There's a free commercial license if you guys wanted to sell projects like this amazing shadow box for the holiday season. You could do so completely legally and have it just be a ton of fun. So if you have any questions about the membership, what you can get, who it's for, let us know. Let us know. So I'm going to actually get up out of my chair, guys, scoot this back, and rely on Miss Becca and you all to help me here. So I have my shadow box, and I'm going to hold this pretty strategically, and you guys are going to have to help me and tell me where to place this. I'm so nervous. Okay, Miss Becca, how are we feeling? Now, this is tricky too, guys. You're wanting to line up the yellow square. You want the yellow square even.
Maybe a tiny bit to the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, don't even pay attention. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't even pay attention to the transfer tape. You don't want to do that because the transfer tape will make you think it's completely uneven. But if you measure it up just by the square, you will have success, and I'll show you how in Design Space. But once you're confident with this, which you better be because you can't get it back up, start in the middle and burnish your way out.
I want to interrupt you really quickly.
Please.
Guys, one of our wonderful customer service representatives, Miss Sin, who is here on us with us,
Hi, Sam.
wanted me to mention, and we totally forgot to do this in the comments, that the links that we are dropping for you guys are affiliate links, which means we do get a little bit of a kickback from those. We do have to disclose that, so I wanted to let you guys know that anytime you click a link that we're sharing from Amazon, it is an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anymore, but we do get a kickback from that.
Now, Sin is so freaking smart. Do we have to disclose on every live now? Like, is this a new thing?
Well, if we put it in if we put links in the description, we have to put it there, is what she's saying. And we should also mention it in a live.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is fine with us because, I mean,
apparently the one that I did in our private Facebook group today is not kosher either. It has to be a public. I had no idea. There's so many rules for this.
I'm so glad Sin is here.
Me too. Oh my gosh, she keeps us straight. We don't want to do anything that's not right ever.
No, we don't ever try to do that or try and sneak around. It's not like we have a hidden agenda or anything.
Yes, no, absolutely not.
So guys, I'm gloving up because you all and Becca have helped me do this so perfectly. So like, I don't even have to worry about anything.
Ooh, Rachel. Yeah. Laura says, I bought my mom a year membership for her 70th birthday. You should offer gift cards on the site. Great gift for crafters in our lives. Yes. That would be amazing, and it shouldn't be difficult to offer an e-card.
No, that would be super.
I'm writing
fun.
that idea down too. I love that.
You hear that, Sin?
Yeah, Sin. Can you relay that?
Okay, here's our etching cream. I think it's a weird texture and that it stinks, but that's okay. So we're going to apply etching cream all over this. Now here's my rule, guys. Less is not more. Just coat the darn thing, and let me tell you why. Because you will be able to scrape this up and put it right back in the jar when you're done, which is why our jar is so disgusting around here. It's because we want to use this over and over. So if you take some like this, and I just have my popsicle stick, wood stick here, a tongue depressor, craft stick, whatever.
I love that we're still stuck on that.
Yeah, sure. We're just going to dot all of our I's and cross all our T's.
Oh, this is actual etching cream. For whatever reason, I was thinking you were using that paint. But this is glass.
This is the etching cream. Yeah, this is why I had to do it so early in the live. So you're gonna just cover this thing. Now, some of these areas might be a little thick. That's okay. Move it around with your popsicle stick here. I'm gonna continue to call it popsicle stick, but I've still hit all the areas for everybody. And you want it thick, guys.
Shay says your etching cream looks like it got sick. That's what happens when this thing is around for years. Which
it's true.
Ours is so old.
Becca finally said, "Can we please order a new one?" And I'm like, "But there's so much
left. So much life in this." So funny.
Yeah. So.
Karen says it's an ice cream stick. I like where Karen's going with this.
Do I have to include that the next time I mention it too?
Yeah, you have to say all.
Can someone write me a script? Yes. Can I get a script for this?
Does the etching cream expire? Fantastic question.
I hope not.
We've had ours for years and it still works. So
yeah, it's never not worked.
Oh my gosh, guys! Sin after the live yesterday sent Rachel and I
she mentioned it during the live.
Yeah, she mentioned a bowl that she had made,
like a rolled paper bowl.
Yes, I'm intimidated by how amazing it looks. I have no idea how she made it so perfect. Sin, you need to share that in our private Facebook group so that everyone can see it. It is absolutely incredible.
Gorgeous. So
I said all that to say, if you can do that, you can do etching cream. Oh my goodness.
I got impatient. I'm sorry.
Jana says, I wonder if nail polish remover would change the glass. My only fear with nail polish remover is that it would seep underneath the vinyl. And so I'm not sure that it would stick to like a specific like design. Does she mean like instead of etching cream, use that?
I think. Okay, here's the problem with that. And why I say this is because we have tried something like that on this, which is like regular paint, like acrylic paint. What happens, guys, is when you put something like that paint or nail polish remover or whatever on a slick surface like this, once it dries, it is so prone to flaking off. Like it'll just fall off. It's not like if you put paint on wood, where wood is porous and will hold on to the paint. Glass can't hold on to paint. So if you leave this here and you paint it and you peel it up, over time, it's just gonna chip right off. There's some problems with it, which is why if you do that, you can't do more than one coat, or else your paint will stick to your, it'll stick to your stencil and not the glass. So you just have to be careful with things like that. But there are workarounds if you wanted to try it for sure. So guys, this is good and covered. My rule of thumb is that you don't even need to be able to read it, which I think that we have achieved at least that. So,
Rachel, does leaving etching cream on longer or applying more cream make the etching more prominent?
So this is a great question. So applying the etching cream thicker will make it more even. It will not really make it more prominent, if that makes sense. Leaving it on, I think there's like a 15-minute to 30-minute time, and then I think it doesn't necessarily stop working, but it's just not going to do much more. So we'll usually leave this on there for, you know, like, let's say 20-25 minutes. So it's 2 o'clock on the dot right now. So like 2:20, 2:25, we'll remove this. But the longer you leave it, personally, I don't think it necessarily makes it like go deeper or more prominent or anything like that. It might kind of just not work anymore. Although etching cream does eat through glass, that's literally what it's for. So,
but yes, and you can etch drinking glasses, casserole dishes, anything
it's
glass
completely
you can
food
etch.
safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I put my cap back on that. I'm going to set this over on the far corner of the table to just kind of do its thing. Just do its thing over there. And I'm going to take my gloves off. My hands are getting nice and warm under there.
Do we have an affiliate link for the etching cream? I will find one really quickly.
There's one in the description for you.
Oh, is there?
There is.
Look at Rachel.
There is one down there. So while we're on this camera, we'll go ahead and cut this paper. How about that, guys? What do you think about that? So this is 8 by 10. Right here. 8 by 10. So I'm going to remove these little, well, they're not little, they're pins, and I'm afraid of where I'm going to put these pins at now. Leave it to one of us. We like to craft barefoot sometimes. Leave it to me to just
throw it in the floor. That's why I started using those clips at home, especially.
Oh yeah, with your kiddos and everything too. So we're gonna go 8 by 10.
Did you guys know that your Cricut paper trimmer has that little ruler that comes out? I used mine for probably 6 months before I ever knew that it did that. Maybe I'm the only idiot.
No, you're not.
Sometimes I say things and Rachel's like,
What? Stop. Stop. It's just because I'm not paying attention.
No, I'm totally joking.
I love that paper. Sometimes I don't cut these right. Math is not my strong point, and sometimes I get messed up. Okay, if you were on that one live with me, like maybe a year ago, I cut something wrong 3 times, and then I finally was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So this fits pretty good. It might be a little bit big, but this is the size that it says it is. So here's another little hack. I'm going to put this paper trimmer on the floor. Sorry for the loud noise. Sorry. My table's too full for my comfort. I can't deal with it. I'm actually going to apply ATG to the paper and then apply paper here. Now, if we get up close, this is squishy. This has foam on it. Feel free to remove the foam if you want to. You can do that. It comes off pretty easily just like that. So if you want to remove it, you can. If you want to leave it, you can. To each their own. And now we're going to apply some ATG to this. I like to go around the perimeter, just like so. And then I'll make a couple of crisscross marks in the center just to make sure I've got it really well covered. Just like that. Oh, watch me crinkle all the paper. And once you have it like that, that's good. Now, apply it down. Just like so. Beautiful. So we have our backing already done. So easy, guys. And our etching is going to work for us as well. And now, guys, all that's left to do at this moment is to head into Design Space so that I can show you guys the cut file that we're using and how I made this beautiful stencil and all of that fun stuff. So, what's going on?
Back in no worries on the ruler. Thought my ATG gun was broken because I used my last brain cell before I realized it had a trigger.
Chris, Crissy, stop.
I love that.
I used my last brain cell before I realized. Oh, I'm sorry,
I love
Crissy. That is hilarious.
So good.
You guys are funny. Funny today. I love it. It was mentioned yesterday in the live, but where is the video for reloading the tape gun? Laura, I'm sure Becca would.
I'm gonna get it for you.
Would be super happy to share that with you. It's a good one. Tanner made it. Shows how to refill it, but it'll also show you how to load it like the very first time, which is mine. Okay, so here we are in Cricut Design Space, and guys, I do this all the time. Okay, this frame is 8 by 10. I bet I've said that 5 times. However, what you might not realize is that your real estate, which when I mean that, I mean the amount of room on your frame you can actually etch or place things, is not 8 by 10. It is actually 7.5 by 9.25. Don't ask me why. I just got out my measuring tape and measured the glass, and that is how big the glass was. Now, now that we have that in here with a basic shape, and I can explain that to you guys, we went over here, got us a square here, and once we had that, we unlocked it, and up here, we just went 7.5, and then what was the other dimension? I forgot. 9 1/4, 9.25. Boom. And there you go. So this is the size of our frame. This is the cut file we're going to be using. This is exactly how it imports, guys. I think we might actually have just squished it like down just a little bit. And we're actually going to pull it out a bit for our stencil here, which is going to be fine. So we have this cut file, gorgeous cut file. I love this one for Christmas. And it was actually Courtney's idea to use this one on the Shadow Box. It's pretty detailed, so I was super excited to get to use it. So while our frame is 7.5 inches wide and 9 1/4 inches long, we want to go ahead and make our stencil. But we don't want to make our stencil this exact size because then it wouldn't fit right on there and we would get all confused. So I took it upon myself to make it like 1/2 inch smaller here and there. So where this is 7.5, I made our stencil to be 7 inches wide, and where this is 9 1/4, I made this 8.75. So this is our frame. Duplicate this one. If this is 7.5, I made it 7.25, and then this is 9.25, and then I made it 8.75. 8.75, boom. And that way it will fit nicely. Let me change the color just so you guys can see. And that way it will fit nicely right on your frame, just like Becca and you all helped me align it. It'll be aligned so much easier. You don't have to worry about it hanging off the edges of your frame or anything like that. So now once you have the size that you want your actual stencil, and make sure you do have plenty of room on the edges when you take your cut file like this one and you want to bring it in here and start sizing it to how you want it. You do not want it, and let me go down here and make this a little bigger so we can see it a little bit better as well. This is good. Let me go down here. Our mouse is kind of finicky, you guys know, so I'm using these. Being super safe today. You do not want to make this thing gigantic. So if you want to make it this big, you're like, well, this fits technically. So I mean, I can make my stencil this big. The reason why you do not want your stencil to be this big is you see right here on this edge, and you see here on the C and the S, you do not have barely any room right there to have your etching cream. With a stencil, you want to make sure that you have plenty of room in between your stencil and the letters. So you want to have a good look at this space. Beautiful amount of space. Good. That's good. That's good. Center it up too. Make sure it's all good and centered. You can go select both of those in the layers panel, just like you see over to the right, and click center. And now you know it's centered. You're like, okay, that looks good, that looks good. Now you can say, okay, let me measure this cut file. So we have almost 6 inches by almost 6 inches here. So, you know, this looks good. It'll look good on my Shadow Box, which is 8 by 10. If you're happy with the size, then you can go ahead and make this a stencil. Now, making a stencil is the easiest thing in the world in Design Space. Honestly, the hardest thing about making a stencil is just making sure you have enough room and lining it up in the center. And those aren't hard things to do either. So, We have it sized. We have our stencil the way we want it, our cut file sized correctly for our shadow box. Now we're going to take both of these, select both. See in the layers panel, both are selected. Now you get to click slice over here on the bottom of your layers panel. Slice. And now scooch this over. Look at that beautiful stencil. Looky there. And then erase that. You don't need it, and you don't need that either. So now you have a stencil that's going to be a perfect size for your 8x10 shadow box, and it will allow you to be able to etch on this flawlessly. So everything else you can erase or hide. You actually don't need anything else on here. This was a representation of the size of our frame, as was this. And let me just hide them all. So I'm going to go over my layers panel and hide them all. We don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Whoop, there we go. Okay, so now if you go ahead and click Make It, you will see it right here in Design Space. Now, you could, if you wanted to, you could have measured your cut file and went ahead and clicked Make It and not being concerned about your box here, your little outline of your stencil. A lot of people do that because, as you saw when I was weeding, I went ahead and weeded around this anyway, so well, why couldn't you just do that after it's cut? Well, when it's not sliced like this, your cut file will be scooched up in the corner as it always is in Cricut. Then you would have to scoot it over, and then you'd have to measure and then cut this once it's cut out, and it just becomes more work. And really, guys, little steps like this mean the difference between little steps like this mean the difference between a beginner looking project and a professional looking project. Much like if you have a multi-layer vinyl project and you want to, conserve all your vinyl, so you make all the pieces cut out in one little area when they were in the file strategically laid out where those layers needed to be. It makes it so much harder for you. Yeah, you're saving a little bit of vinyl, but is it really worth it in the long run? Will your project suffer in the long run? So this project will be much more professional because it's sized correctly, it's measured precisely, and I'll be able to take this, weed it out professionally, place it on there just like we did before. So we choose to do stencils that way, but to each their own. Just wanted to let you know. Becca, did I have any questions? Your fingers have been typing over there.
They have. We're good. We're
for
good.
a long
Lots
time.
of people, and I have not even thought about this. Lots of left-handed crafters who can't use the paper trimmer like we do, or the ATG gun because it's intended for more right-hand use. I feel so sorry for you all.
Guys. Now the ATG you can load to be the other way. You can load it a little bit to an angle, but not as much as it would be super handy for you guys. Like, I don't think, guys, that's so sad. So this is set to poster board, and I like it at custom, so I just switched my dial to custom, and we're doing regular vinyl, and I'm gonna give this more pressure. I'm happy to let this cut for you guys for a little while. You let me know if you want to see this cut, and we will cut it. So I'll give this a few measly seconds, and you all can let me know, would you like to see this cut for a little bit, or do you just want to kind of see us moving on with the rest of the craft? Yeah, just let me know. I think that we might need to show a little bit of cutting, unless you guys have some really great questions for me. Because we have so many beginners, a lot of times we don't cut on the live, but if you are new to the Cricut world and you want to see how the machine cuts, we're happy to allow you guys to see that today. So, I'm going to grab my mat. You guys have been so, cut it please. Heather, your wish is, your wish is my command. Yeah. I was like, did I just forget that saying as well? I sure hope not. Let me scrape some of this paper off and then place it on here for you guys. And I think, Becca, I have this other camera looking pretty good.
You did very well with that.
Did I? This other
did.
one here?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay.
It's a little side. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it a little bit wonky?
But it's
okay. Okay, so guys, I just laid this on here. This is a 12 by 12 piece. So I laid it on here. Of course, with regular vinyl, it will go vinyl side up. So this is a relatively sticky green mat, which is the StandardGrip Mat from Cricut. So now we can open our Cricut. Let me get a shot of that, Becca. You guys are going to love this.
Of the Cricut?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This poor little lopsided shot. Let me see if I can help you.
Straighten her up. Put the left side. Yeah.
There we go. Look at us, guys. Now, you ready for this? Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Wow, I did not sing. I'm going to shut that clamp. Perfect. Okay.
Rachel, do we like Cricut replacement blades or do we like another brand?
So here's the thing, guys. We honestly don't use a lot of Cricut branded stuff, but personal opinion, from me being a comparison queen, I love to compare other things as well. So I do, I have tested other types of blades. I just think they go dull more quickly. And really, unless you craft as much as we do, you should not have to change your fine point blade all that often. So I would recommend going ahead and just getting Cricut brand ones.
Yeah, and we do have a coupon code from, like if you purchase from Cricut's website, you can use coupon code NGL2020 to get a discount on those replacement blades. Woo-hoo. So we don't share that a lot.
We don't. But yeah, you can use their coupon code.
Yeah.
Our vinyl is the same color as our machine, just noticed. And also, I loaded it into these two little white teeth right here. They're just like little guides. So we loaded it in there, and I'm going to press that flashing Cricut button, and then we have a fantabulous question, and it is from Miss Carol. Show the beginner's manual you get with the membership. So handy and useful. First of all, Becca.
Do you want me to do it overhead so you can see?
Sure, okay. Sure. Becca, I don't even think we really need to even sell anymore.
We don't. I love it.
Because our amazing members already are just so sweet.
I just love it.
They just do it all. You guys do it all. So this is the amazing printable guide that comes with your membership, along with a beginner challenge if you wanted either of these. So this one is more of kind of like a Bible. A lot of people call it a Cricut Bible. I would never personally compare it to the Holy Book, but if you do, that's fine. It's whatever you want to do. So this is the Cricut printable guide. This has like information that Cricketers use day to day. You need to pick it up every day. We have it super close. It has a couple of beginner little terminologies in here. It has some great blade charts, so it shows you what blades cut what materials, all that good stuff. It has EasyPress temperature settings, which mat you need. Let me keep going. I mean, it's got so much, guys. There is some cheat sheets for iron-on and vinyl and print and cut. So this, guys, is free to all members. If you are a member of Makers Gonna Learn, you get this bad boy for free, and it's amazing. But if you wanted to get a yearly membership, which, by the way, is the membership that's on sale today, you get it $30 off. You will not only get this guide along with the cut files, but you will also get the fonts, as well as access to that member-only Facebook group, which all the members do get. But another member-only perk is that commercial license that we talked about. You get some online trainings along with this amazing Master Your Cricut course. It's like a 30-day challenge is how we titled it. And this bad boy will take you from a nervous Cricut beginner to a Cricketer that is confident and professional and ready to craft just amazing by the end of this 30 days. And it's a work at your own pace course. You can see everything that's in it. I mean, from opening your Cricut guides to how to work with adhesive vinyl, how to layer HTV, how to use printable vinyl, blanks you'll use often, where to get them cheap, how to calibrate your machine. A lot of people don't even know what calibration is. You know, it's
true.
A lot of people don't know. So we offer up everything. Design troubleshooting tips, design space tips, so much terminology, and all of it is outlined. You can have this amazing book that has all of this information in it. And it, of course, each day comes with a video. Yeah, so do we have any questions on that?
With membership, do you actually mail us the manual?
Okay, okay, that's a good question. So we actually don't mail these out. They do come digital for you guys. I was going to have you switch the screen, but it's already done cutting, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We actually don't mail these, but guys, you have these digitally, which means you can have them on your phone, on your laptop to be able to reference, or you can print them out yourself. A lot of people like to put these in 3-ring binders. Also, we have taken these to some local print shops. This one we actually took to the UPS store, and they bound and laminated it. However, I love this one way more. And this one, it falls out of these little rings. It's, you know, to each their own, but don't love it. But then this one was bound and has these little back and front covers. It's super cute. And this was from a local print shop. And from what I know, I think it's not that expensive. And if it's something you're going to be using every day, why not, you know, check around some prices in your area to be able to print those out yourself. So
We have a friend asking about the cost of our membership, so I'm going to drop you a link for sure.
Sure. And Becca, why don't we just switch over to the other screen and I'll show you guys. We have so many new viewers, people. Yes. And guys, to be quite honest, I'm such a visual learner myself. I really just like to see everything broken down. So here's their homepage. We like to share with you all the information about our yearly membership. However, it needs some updating because not only do we have 200 fonts, but double that. And more than double, yeah. We have over 500. We have over 500. At least 20 are added every single month for those yearly members. That commercial license, you get some free e-courses along with the other new e-courses that have been coming out, which is awesome. This is probably my favorite price breakdown just because it's so visually, you can just see everything. So you can see the price here for a monthly membership is $19.99. You can see 6-month membership is $17.99 and the yearly is $15.99. So the price is going down, but these resources you're getting, all of the perks you're getting is going up. And guys, Tanner has mentioned it. I mean, there's a lot of people mentioning it. More perks are coming. There's some more amazing things in the works for our yearly members. And just to tell you right now, you're not going to want to miss them. If you want to join today, you need to join today.
Well, and let me we don't talk about this a whole lot. But one of the perks, if you're going to be selling your craft, then you need to be doing it legally. And if you're 100%. If you're a yearly member, then you get a free commercial license. Yeah. And we try to put an evaluation on the free commercial license just to give you guys an idea, but there's no way to put an evaluation on that. If you purchase a commercial license for individual files or individual fonts from semi-competitor sites, then they don't offer a commercial license for every cut file or every font that you purchase from them. It's individual, and it's $100 to $200 depending on if you're using it personally or commercially per file. So there's really no way for us to put an evaluation on the commercial license that you get free as a yearly member for all of our cut files and fonts.
It's true. And I mean, those allow you to, it kind of opens the door. In a normal membership, guys, really you don't get a commercial license. A lot of people don't get them. So you don't even have, it's like not even on the table to think, well, I could probably sell this. I'm getting really good at making t-shirts. I'd like to make money. Well, it's not even an option on most memberships. But for this one, if you buy a yearly membership, even if you're brand new, because you want maybe that 30-day challenge and you don't have any idea, you don't have any interest in selling right now, it's on the table. It's there for you. It's free. It's included. So if you ever do get confident enough and you want to sell and make money, you could, just like Sin just said, it could easily save you thousands. You could make thousands of dollars. You could pay for the price of this membership, which this is the price before the coupon code. Let me enter in our coupon code. We can't forget it. Fall 30. That's entered. You'll save $30 extra. You guys are paying $161.88 for 365 days of crafting. Guys, that's like 40-something cents a day. And if you sell a craft, if you feel confident in selling, you could make your money back. And if not, then you are just getting amazing benefits with the membership and the fonts and the cut files and the free commercial license and the Facebook group and all that fun stuff. Becca's amazing member-only videos every single week on Facebook are basically, guys, honestly, most of the time she saves the cutest, the most sought-after crafts and does them for member-only so that you guys are the only ones that
It's a little bit selfish, but I love it.
But listen, she pours her heart into those. They are so stinking cute. So if you guys are interested at all and becoming a member, we highly suggest you do that today because it's on sale.
Miss Mary says, Becca, where's the 30-day challenge PDF file? I see the course, but where's the file? Is it under dashboard?
So
I don't know,
it's not. Let me show you right where it is because let me tell you, it can be tricky. So here's the site. You're going to go to courses, and if you are lucky enough to have it, you will have the 30 days to master your Cricut course. So here's the thing. You see it here. My friend, you don't see anything here, right? You're like, well, where is it? I don't think I see it. Go ahead and click start. Guys, after you click start, scroll down, right here it is. Right here it is. So if you need it, you have to click start first. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. I just remember stumbling upon that one day. First of all, great photo there. That's just fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'm going to scroll on down there. Good Lord. So yeah, right there it is for you guys to be able to download and use and enjoy and get the most out of. It's 36 pages, guys. I love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love it. So
we have a friend who asked if this stencil is reusable, and if she wanted to make 4 stencil boxes, she would need to make 4 stencils. And the answer is yes, you would need to make those. They are not intended for reuse. A couple of reasons. One, when you peel it off of the glass, you're going to be ripping it up. And 2, there's no way to pull it up, like make it attached to something and then lay back down for reuse.
It's true. It's true.
You just can't, unfortunately. That's why we like to use vinyls that are ugly.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
I'm sorry if you love yellow. I personally hate yellow.
Well, honestly, I don't hate yellow. I
like mustard.
It's not my favorite color. I don't hate yellow. But I used this one again, guys, because it was that 631 vinyl and it was a little bit less sticky.
Yes.
But feel free to use whatever vinyl. It'll come up. All the vinyls will come up. You don't even have to worry about them. But I can show you guys this. It looks the same. It's not like it's going to make any like magic happen. Becky, if you wanted to switch that over to the overhead.
I will. I do want to address one other thing really
Please
quick.
do.
Does the commercial license include characters like Disney, etc.? So we
great
here
question.
at Makers Gonna Learn do not have licensed or copywritten cut files like that because we can't legally do that.
No. Now, guys, we used to have some Disney ones a long time ago.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, guys. They still weren't copyrighted. We did not have anything like that. We made sure to create them around those rules. However, just with how things are going, we would never want to put you guys in a situation or ourselves in a situation where somebody could get in trouble for anything. So we did have to take those off of the site. But guys, that was like the first year that's the first year that we were active.
I would like to add, along with that, our free commercial license gives you access to our cut files, or gives you you're legally able to use them.
Yeah.
However, before you sell products, whatever, with our cut files, you need to be doing some research just to make sure that words and phrases and things like that have not become copywritten. There's no way, honestly, for us to keep up with it. For instance, I can make a cut file today that has no copyright issues with it. I can put it on my website or on our website. You can use it, and then tomorrow or the next day, someone can take that word or phrase and copyright it.
True.
So it's absolutely crazy how quickly. Sin was actually telling us this weekend that there's a group of people who are trying to copyright specific words and phrases. They're trying to copyright the word "the," so it's absolutely ridiculous. T-H-E. Yeah.
Boy mom, girl mom. There's a bunch of weird things that might be copyrighted. It's just
it's insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's too much to keep up with.
But we know specifically things like Star Wars or Disney or different characters or brands
basically.
and mascots and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
We just don't even go there because
not that we are
just
doing
not
anything
safe
wrong
to do
if we
that.
gave them. We just don't want to put ourselves in that situation, or you guys. We would never want to do that intentionally. While they are super cute, but guys, here's a little workaround. The whole MGL team might not support this. What I love to do is to take fonts and make quotes from movies and things like that. Because I love quotes. I'm a quote gal. I'm a movie gal. So I love to make little t-shirts and stuff using quotes that we have used with our fonts, which you can totally do. That's totally fine. So yay. Okay, so guys, I'm actually going to pull this up. It's been almost 30 minutes on the dot, which is totally fine. So how I'm going to do this, I have another popsicle stick, and this is going to be a little time consuming, but that's okay. We're just going to scrape and pour back in here. This is going to be a labor of love, but since we can keep and reuse this etching cream, we're going to try and do that all that we can. I've gloved up one hand. Now guys, this stuff eats through glass, so really you don't want to get it on you. It's not really, it wouldn't be a fun day, but it's not going to hurt you because I've done it on accident and was like freaking out, washed my hands off and was like, wow, I still have a hand. That's good. So don't freak out, but be safe about it. Your all safety is our #1 priority as always. Yeah, this stuff smells a little, it's just weird, guys, because it's a chemical. It's eating the glass. I can't describe it. It's so odd. Oh, yeah, this is getting real nice and gross. Becca's going to love using this the next time.
I just want to use the other one.
Perfect.
Actually, you do most of the etching here.
True. I don't know why it's so easy. You guys need to be doing it.
No, it is easy. I just seem to not do them as often as you.
Which is honestly
because I do more
guys.
of the sewing.
If we talk about it, I really love the difference in all of us here at Makers Gonna Learn. We have different niches. We like different things. We're passionate about different things. I feel like we all have different strengths, which I think is super important in a company like the one we're in. So, looky here, guys. Just scraping this off, and once you get it pretty scraped like that, you're good to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the cap back on gently. Did I get some on me? Is it going to eat off my finger?
Aaliyah, you're onto something. She said, I wonder if powdered bleach, so what you do your hair with, will eat glass. I mean, it will burn your skin off. I'm curious now. And you can mix it thicker so that it would actually almost have the same consistency. I'm curious. Put some 40 volume on there and go with it.
I love that Becca just knows everything about that.
About hair.
Yes.
Well, it was my world for a while. I sort of still love it. How many are in our team? So that's a fantastic question. I love questions like this.
Also, I just want to say something super quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
As you're wiping, because this is not a super important thing for me to talk over, but when you're wiping, make sure you don't wipe up and over and get it on this glass. You want to scooch it in. You want to keep all that etching cream in, because what we're trying to do is just wipe all the excess off before we go in with our rubbing alcohol. I did get a little bit down here. If you can see, you probably can't see. There's like a minuscule dot that I must have missed there that trust me, I'm hating myself over for a quick second, but that's fine. But continue, Becca. I'm just going to be wiping this up.
Yeah, so we have Tanner, obviously, and then Courtney, who's our creative director. She also does some crafting here sometimes with us, and then Rachel.
That is Tanner's wife.
Yes.
Courtney's Tanner's wife.
Rachel and I are craft producers here, and then our customer service team. We have Mary, who is also our COO. And then we have Mark and Janine and Sin. And Sin has like 400 different titles, but I'm just grouping her in with customer service.
Project manager.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we also have Heather, who is new to us, who is the executive assistant here. So what is that? 10, 4, 5.
I was not counting.
7,
I probably
9.
should have been.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So guys, I've just been rubbing this with rubbing alcohol, and it's going well. It's going super well. Once you get it to this point, you get to go in and remove this vinyl. Now, most of these projects, guys, Shay, your pump bottle has water. No, Shay, this is alcohol. This is rubbing alcohol. Good question, though. Yes, Megan, I was just about to say, most of the etching projects you see have to be able to be poured underwater in the sink to be able to remove. This one is not like that, because we don't want to get all this stuff wet. So we are actually using paper towels to get all the etching cream off that we can, and then using rubbing alcohol to clean it from there. And guys, this is coming off really, really well. So I'm going to continue to remove this. I'll be able to get in there with my pin weeding tool and then my regular tool to get the rest of this off. You just have to be careful, guys. Glass does scratch.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go in there and be too rough with it. Most of these have little spots where they pulled up anyways, like right here. You can see it's kind of pulling up on me. Just go ahead and peel that up really gently. And the middles of the letters you'll just want to be really gentle with, but don't go crazy and start really scratching up, because glass does scratch. But great question though, guys. You all asked great questions today. I hope you all have been having a good day, enjoying this fun little live stream. I know I have been enjoying myself.
I think they've been enjoying it, Rachel.
Well, I'm so glad.
Rachel, where did this sun come from?
You know what?
Sorry, guys. I'm right next to a window.
Of course it's sunny when we're done crafting and stuff.
It's been dreary and rainy, which I personally love, since yesterday morning, and I thought it was supposed to rain all day, but it is sunny.
I have a puppy that has to go outside every 2 hours. I do not love it when it's dreary.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm not hating that I'm getting ready to go pick my kids up, and I don't have to do it with an umbrella. So
okay, yeah, I can respect that for sure. So we're almost done removing this, guys. This project's going to come together super quick. Because after this, guys, we've already done the backing. All we have to do is hot glue our little trees in there, add some snow, and boom, bang, bam, we're done.
Boom, bang, bam.
Boom, bang. But did you like that, Becca?
I sure did.
I was hoping you'd mention something about it. It just came to me in a dream one time, you know.
I hope that's true.
It sure is. I just woke up one day. Hey, James. Boom, bang, bam. That's how it happened.
Oh, goodness.
I love it.
Saying you got wet snow? Sin said we got wet snow. It didn't stick 2 days ago. So jealous. I don't think we're going to get any snow this winter.
Guys, I want to put this behind here so you can see it better. Can we see this? Oh, yeah, guys, you can see that. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I should have done that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Now that I have the vinyl off, I'm going to go in again with my rubbing alcohol and clean this off. Clean it up.
So this is every day at 1 p.m. It's not, we go live. Right now, our schedule is Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So now through, I would say Christmas, we're going to be going live every day, yes.
And when it's wet, it goes a little bit more cloudy, if that makes sense. Once it dries, it'll turn a little bit whiter. You can kind of already see it doing it. We're just going to go in with some more alcohol. You just want to kind of cross all your T's and dot all your I's because this is etching cream. You don't want to leave any excess on there. Even though that you clean it with rubbing alcohol before you remove the vinyl, there was still a little bit on the edges you couldn't get and things like that. So you just want to make sure this is not going to residually eat your glass, if that makes sense. So that's going to dry. And then I think that'll do it, guys. Now we get to do like the fun part, which all this has been fun, but you know. So we're going to stand him up and pick out our Christmas trees. I want to use, I think what I used in the other one was 2 of these little ones. Let me move him over. Sorry, guys. 2 of these little ones, so him, and then this middle-sized one. I don't think we can fit him in there. So we could, but we're going to use him.
Salma has a great question. Will you just do Christmas crafts from now onward, or do they vary?
Great question. It is all Christmas all the time here at Makers Gonna Learn, borrowing a couple on the weekends. Yes. So some of them on the weekends, again, the weekend live streams are the pre-recorded, really polished, nicely edited videos for you guys, which some of those are what we call here at Makers Gonna Learn evergreen, meaning it is relevant through the entire year, not just through a season. So some of those might be Christmas. I know we have a couple sprinkled in, but most of them are going to be content that you guys can enjoy for, you know, all the seasons. Great question.
From now until Christmas, our lives are packed with Christmas and holiday crafts.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
So I'm going to be setting this guy right here, and then these 2 guys in here just like this. The only thing you want to make sure of is that their bases are farther in. It's not hanging out over this little lip here because, again, we have to place our backing on there. So you don't want that to get in the way or anything. So I'm going to hot glue these down. I'm going to try and do it like this so that you guys can see at least one of them. But I'm going to stick him right in the corner just like that. I'm going to get my hot glue. We got our Lynn Lily here, cordless hot glue gun. Add some hot glue to the bottom here. Good. And then add him right in here. Super cute. Now also be careful because you don't want him smushed up on the front of the glass. So if you flip him over, you're like, okay, he looks good, cute, we're good to go. Now you can just kind of let him dry a little bit. Now we're going to add these 2, and I want to kind of not put them right next to each other, like one a little closer inside and one a little farther towards the back, if that makes any sense at all. So as you can see, he's leaning a little bit. Sometimes these little trees do that. So I'm just going to straighten him out a little bit, because once you put the backing on, guys, you need to open it over a trash can because that snow is going to go everywhere if you find that you need to adjust a tree or anything. So do be mindful of that, unless you choose to glue all of your snow down, which again you can do. Feel free to do that if you want to. So now I'm going to scooch him close to the front. So here we go. Scooch him up there. And then flip it over. Make sure he's not squishing too bad. There you go. Perfect. Now, we're going to add our other one right about here. I want to kind of put him a little bit behind. So that's what we're going to do. Add some more. Miss the brand you use of etching cream. We're using Etch-All. Sorry if Becca already answered.
No, but I'm just sending her the link.
Okay. I'm going to scooch this in right back here. Press it down. Make sure it's not scooching out to the back too far because we got to put that other thingy in there. Let me see if I can find our etching cream. I was going to show you. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. It's right here. We're using Etch-All. Etch-All etching cream. The link is in the description below. And then Becca just popped it in there for you. So now that we have that, guys, it's snow time. So I have this beautiful little thing taped, good and taped, because nothing is worse than having snow explode on you when you're not expecting it to. So I'm going to open this up, untape it. I really taped it good too, guys. I must have been paranoid. And we're going to pour it in here. Now, again, in the finished one, you can see I just did a little bit. It's just kind of like a light dusting on the bottom. Feel free to make it a little bit, more than that. But my thinking is, guys, I kind of wanted it to mimic a forest. So in forests, generally, the snow is not going to be halfway up the tree. It's going to be like dusted around the bottom, just enough to where maybe you can't see the bases of the trees. Kind of the goal that I'm going for. I want to put my ATG gun under there so I can kind of get it at an angle. And I'm going to pour a little bit of snow in my hand and show you guys. This is the snow that I like. So it's very little. The flecks are little, and it's going to go great with kind of the little scenery that we have going on. If you had super big flecks of snow in here, again, is that really realistic? Is snow going to be that big for trees this small? You can go ahead and think that much into it if you want to. So I'm going to just sprinkle some in here. Sprinkle some from this corner here. From this corner here, you can scoop it in with your hands if you don't want to put too much in there, and then stop and then check it every now and again. So you can just kind of shake that out, and that's going to look good, guys. I want a little bit more in the corner here. Shake a little more in, just like so. And then while it's still there, you can't really check how it looks unless you put the back on, unfortunately. So I'm going to open up these little teeth and pop our back on, and we'll check it out.
Annette said, can the membership be paid monthly? Sorry, I came in late if that was already discussed. So we have not discussed that, and that is a great question. Our membership, we do have a monthly option. However, you do not get all of the benefits that yearly members get. You do have access to all of the cut files, but you don't have access to the fonts, the e-courses, the 30-day challenge, or the free commercial license. You can hang it on a wall. Yes, Chrissy, you can.
You want those, but you can. Yes. So, okay. So I'll put the back on. We're going to flip it around and see how it looks. I'm going to shake it like that first. Oh, guys, it looks good. So I'll put a little more in this one. Oh, it looks good, guys. It looks so cute. I love it. So here it is completely flat. You can see the snow wants to fall down. So if you shake it up to the front, look how nice and natural that looks. It covers our little Christmas bottoms there. It looks so darn cute. I love the way it turned out, guys. What do you guys think? Now there's snow all over the table, but that's okay. There can be snow all over the table.
So Miss Janice asked about an affiliate link for the glue gun. And I dropped the actual link for the Lily glue gun. However, it's not an affiliate link. We just link her because she's amazing. We get no money off of that. We just love it so much. I did link right after that comment an Amazon link that is an affiliate link, which is the exact same Surebonder gun. It just is a different color. Yep. So
it's black and green.
It's literally the exact same gun.
But it's the same thing. If you're not in it for the cuteness, which who wouldn't want to be, but if you're just in it for it,
or if you want prime shipping or whatever,
whatever you want to do, then you can grab one or two of these. I think we would recommend getting two just because they're so handy. We love about it. Vicky, what about adding a pop of red, maybe a bow on the outside? So that's the best thing about doing things like this, Miss Vicky. Please add your colors.
Do whatever you like.
Do whatever you like, my dear. Add something like a saying up here, add a little bow, paint this red, whatever you'd like to do for your home. We try, keyword try, a little bit here at Makers and Learn to keep everything a bit neutral so that you guys at home don't have such an overwhelmed expectation on where to take your craft craft. So if it's neutral here, then you guys can say, oh, I'd love to add this, add that, add that. So that's what we're here to do, is just kind of make sure you guys know how to make it.
This gives you inspiration, and then you go from there.
Yes, then you guys go with it. Do whatever you want to do.
So Selma, great question. Why is the brand of glue gun so popular? So we love our SureBonder glue gun because of the precision tip, as a teeny tiny precision tip, and it just allows you to get in and do small, precise projects with it. It's a lot smaller than normal glue guns. We also love the SureBonder glue gun because it's cordless. So if it's off the base, then it has up to 2 minutes of usage time. And then if you're going to be doing it more, Rachel, I love that I'm narrating and you're just, you're like a professional. You can put the cord into the gun if you prefer that. So we really love it. I think, and Lynn Lily, we just love the Lynn Lily because it's so pretty. I mean, have you ever honestly seen a prettier glue gun? Does it matter? No. But it does to me.
But it does. It does. It doesn't. Becca, I think we should quit and go work for QVC. What do you think?
I agree. I loved all your little hand motions. Yeah.
Moving my big old Band-Aid. Just.
I didn't even notice your Band-Aid.
My cuticles that look awful.
Yeah. Yes.
What? Okay, guys.
I was going to say it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
We used to have a coworker, and he went off to college. Is the only reason he doesn't work for us anymore. That and Becca. We don't need him because Becca takes incredible photos. But he used to be our photographer, and his name was Brandon, and we got along great. I went to school with him growing up to Cornerstone Academy. So I know him, and we torture each other, okay? Torture, like brother-sister torture. Well, he would take pictures, and I was the only one there. It was me, Tanner, and Brandon. That was it. And Brandon would call my fingers crusty.
Get your crusty cuticles.
And look, I was like, I'm a clean person. I'm a very clean person, but I'm not girly. I don't want nails. I don't want big, makeup on all the time. I'm just not a girly girl. So I don't ever get my nails done. So like sometimes my cuticles look rough, especially if I'm crafting a lot and washing my hands a lot. So heaven forbid I have some dry cuticles.
I mean, my cuticles are naturally dry. Like I have to fight it all the time. So I totally relate.
Brandon would be like you and your crusty fingers. Or he'd say, good thing I'm paid hourly because trying to
Photoshop I'm like, I just leave them in there for you. I don't care. I'm not photoshopping them.
No, listen, I don't. We're real here.
Honestly, yes.
It's hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah. Let me see. Can you use any etching cream or certain ones better? So is it Kai? I think that's how you say your name. So Kai, unfortunately, it's like everything. Usually there's a brand that's a bit better than the rest of them. We really like Etch-All. Tanner has actually used several different kinds. Armor Etch, Etch-All, and one more that I can't remember. And he prefers Etch-All. I personally haven't tested the other ones. When I started here 5 years ago, this is the one that we were using exclusively, and it's never done us wrong. And it's kind of like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we don't use anything other than this. And also we haven't had to because we haven't had to buy a new one because this thing lasts forever.
Oh, we're having sound issues. That's our cue to get out of here.
I guess we'll see you later, guys.
See you guys.